I have a seeded memory from preschool. Now we're going to go back to Valentine's Day, but I remember, and it gives me cringe to this day. I was 5 years old, 4 years old, imagine, right? I put my foot in a child's foot and the child fell and broke his head. Damn. And they scolded me, compadre. Well, better not.
And I slept
on a mattress, right? Do you know that the mat...
Cachone,
Do you
slept
remember
on a-
this because
Oh,
of
in
this?
preschool
What
you
the
slept
hell
in
is
one?
more...
It was a little preschool punishment. Yeah.
Of course, but in preschool, I don't know if you remember, you had to bring your mat. At least in the ones I studied, right?
Yes. No, I think I had a mat at
Did
my
you have a
school.
mat? Yes. Fuck, that's bullshit, you see?
No, but it
pussy.
wasn't a
That's not
school. It's
dirty,
not
that's
easy.
normal.
It was an ex school.
Well, in mine, you had to bring your mat,
More.
yoga kits.
So yoga here,
and
here.
Trent
The
out
little gay
massages for
boys
children.
over there.
No, but then I came and I put my mat, and at some point in my preschool, I must have peed on it. Because, well, does one pee? Does one pee there?
One
Lean
pee,
over.
one pee there.
Does one pee?
One piss is there.
There?
And it turns out, pussy, I had to sleep there in my pod full of mine, Opa. But I distinctly remember the scolding I got when I stuck my foot in the person. Because that was pretty cool. I was punished once, Chimbo. Did you pee this afternoon? No, not me so much. No, I was punished once in kindergarten. Look at this. I was in preschool. Tulip. It's called tulipan. They called me Traulimenka. They always have names of bushes, plants, and pods. And I was rude from little boy. Uh-huh. And I said, there's nothing like that. Son of a bitch. I don't remember what it was. Do you know what the teacher did? She put grass in my mouth like this so it would burn my mouth.
Oh.
No. I've already told this. And I remember her to this day. I hope she's dead. And how did your mom get upset? No, my mom got pissed off once because my brother got pooped on. One step beyond measuring the mat. And they put him in a corner like the little stinker out of the way. They humiliated him.
A coordinator or something similar. He deserved it, huh? You can't mistreat the child. A kid doesn't shit in there for free. Just now I was listening to a pretty interesting podcast about they're passing a law in a state in the United States where teachers can no longer change kids who poop. Okay, what's the reason for this? To not see the hard one. Apparently, according to the podcast I was listening to, there's a study that says a lot of kids, i.e. the alpha generation, aren't pooping the same. What's that, boludo? Actually, I was like that too. Like, how is it possible that they are not shitting anyway? So I was saying that there is an issue in which children don't get used to shitting in Vasinila and stuff like that so fast, right? Vasenica, Vasinila. How do you say Vasinica? Vasinila, I think. I call it Vasinila. I think it's Vasinila, but it's Vasinila. Yeah, I woke up. Vasinila. No, you use Vaseline. Good for the skin. So they were saying, like, look, teachers can't be shitting the same diapering children, and they say that children are using diapers until they are 5 or 6 years old. That's not what it is. But look at that. The children are stupid.
The children.
They are there. They don't teach us how to shit as
But
it
they
is.
are shitting. You have to change their food.
You have to change.
The nuggets that you give
The
the
nuggets
child
are not good for the child. You have to change the nuggets you
that
give
you
the child.
change for a child eating microplastic, but it's strange that it's not
Diapers.
microplastic.
We are all wearing diapers. But today we have an episode about Valentine's Day. What happens is that we get a little bit sidetracked because, well, love in my
Look,
life.
it's not smart to get tied up right now, right? Close to the date as well as pussy.
What is the perfect month to tie the knot with someone? February. Finals. I think that I'd say April. I'm with you because summer is for...
Summer loves.
Right? Let's go as for... the year
I'm
has
playing.
started. You can't get tied up in December.
No.
In November maybe because I have defended
No.
it?
In January less.
In
No,
January
no.
less. November is too gross. Well, but the
You're
argument...
thinking you want company at Christmas? I don't know what, and...
And then you're getting into a relationship for the sake of getting into a
And then in
relationship.
January you're sorry.
Okay, so it can happen. But what I'm going to is that a lot of people, I mean the bulk of people get tied up in October or November. Because December is coming and they don't want to do that, which is wrong. But that's the way it is. Yes. So
After January.
it depends on January.
From people who tie themselves on Valentine's Day because they see it as the perfect time to make a relationship official.
Yes.
Right?
Yeah,
I would
right.
feel that a lot of people do that too. Call center love.
Of course.
That all of a sudden you leave at 7
o'clock, and suddenly the supervisor, Juan Carlos, approaches you,
Is that what it is called?
and he comes up to you.
And he says to you, look, I already have several ideas to the movies. We already have this one. We already went to eat and so on. I want you to be my girlfriend. And he brings out a single rose. Because in truth, if you don't have enough to buy many roses, buy one. It's more elegant. One is fine. Don't arrive with 3 roses. That's what I tell you. That's what I tell you. He arrives with a rose and gives her a ring. No kidding. But a little ring. You know what I mean?
But not of the
That's
cake.
right, fantasy. It's fantasy. And he says, well, if you want to be my girlfriend, then. And Jennifer says yes.
Okay.
Jennifer says,
and they tie and the love begins all night long.
More special, all the people who have birthdays in November come from a product of that. From the sexito of...
Since
from the sexito,
Valentine's
the one on
Day.
February 14th. If you have a birthday in November, you know that. Well, most likely on February 14th.
Your mom.
Your mother.
Knock up
pregnant
your mom. Ta,
Give
ta,
her
ta.
table.
Maybe she didn't trip, and that's why you were born that way, and it all happened.
Pale, but
But after
after...
thinking about that, like, when could it be that your mom got knocked up? Yeah, right. I mean, because you have your birthday in, what, August?
I mean,
Yeah.
yesterday in November.
I mean, not yesterday, November. November, December, maybe yes. I think my mom was knocked up on Halloween. Fist. Right there. She made a joke there. She did. She made a joke there.
Is this
Just
August going
remember
to give
that I am
more?
a 4-year resident, so it can be...
Yes, I was born in March.
I was born in March. It must have been in July, right? No, okay.
No,
Yes,
not
with
less
the
so
month,
much.
not
It's
so
like
much.
August, isn't it?
No,
No,
August,
August
yes,
is
the
the-
month. It must have been in July. It must have been in July because, yes, like July, August,
Month,
July,
July,
August.
August, July,
of
August,
course,
that's
well,
right.
but I did make the full term. Imagine I was born big-headed, you see?
Yes.
I had a big head, compadre, and you were leveling everything.
If I was
I was born in the
the
head first, and then...
But look at this one. Well, no. I think that the perfect month is really entering the summer. Entering the summer is
Like
when
a
you
June.
should have summer
Yes,
love.
Like a May, June.
And May, June is perfect. Look,
Look, you have to run away from winter, which is a time like Kaliwea, right? And also that sexually that changes a little bit with respect to summer.
cold, of
The
course.
cold
If
is
you are in the
freezing.
part of the world where it is cold in
Yes,
winter, then the
freezing.
libido
A
is
hair,
really low.
I don't know what. It's weird. You have to run away from Christmas. You can't participate in Christmas. First, it's a silver castera, and people who are new, I don't know what. Then comes January. Then comes February, which is Valentine's Day. Fuck. Celebrate Valentine's Day. Do you guys celebrate months? When I was a teenager, then no. When I was a teenager, now. And for example, now with Oka, when you tied, how did you do with the months?
For example, no type A, we have me.
Wasn't it like a meal? No.
I think that after the first month together, and already,
Did you create romantic gestures
What?
of your
What?
own? Yes, of course. I ask because you have a different idiosyncrasy than the Mexican idiosyncrasy.
Well, the
Well, the Mexican, when I thought
No,
you
you've
up,
got to. I
I
think
the
Mexicans
Mexican
are
is
more.
romantic. Of course, no. The Mexican asks for the tie in a big way, like I proposed, in a helicopter.
What? Well, I mean, you have to.
You have to ask. You have to tell him you want to be my girlfriend, and you have to make a pod and a fart. That, in fact, that's a pretty big joke in my house because, like, I never assumed that Oka was my girlfriend, and that's it. And that you've asked
Inspires
me,
my
and I
request. Hey, but it
what
doesn't
to-
work like that.
What? And here you have to do, Mariko. There are pods. It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. It's weird. Like dinners and flowers and stuff. Like you want to be my girlfriend. What's that? And she told me. I said that's not Venezuelan. And she like talked to some Venezuelan friends, and the Venezuelan friends told her that we did do that.
That's a lie!
No, they left you in a bad way.
They
Of
left
course,
me a
they
mess.
left me
It's just
Chimbichia.
that he
Yeah,
brings
they
a man
broke
who's
mom.
too.
Egg.
Mom.
and I said no to the mother
Hey,
who
that's
has
a
left me,
puka.
asking for a tie.
Let's approach it differently.
Consume.
Consume. What not?
Yes, but I don't want to approach it from a class point of view.
Yes? No, but if there is a moment when it is officialized, I mean, it is
Yes,
officialized.
but speaking,
No,
there
no.
is a date.
There is a faith.
Sure, but what I'm
Speak.
going to say is the
There is a date, of course.
following. In the more popular classes are more connected with the love style of a novel. Novel, for example. I'm trying to make it as elegant as possible. Because Alexandra just texted me that asking for a tie is poor Nietzsche. She
That's
just told
terrible
me.
to sit there
That's
and say those
terrible,
lows.
But it's going. That's a classy thing to do. To ask for the tie
he's
with some
kicking him with some
flowers, and kind of a stuffed
a
animal.
Well,
Stuffed
what you
animal.
say
It
makes sense that in Mexico it's that deep. It makes sense because Mexico
Novel
is a country
cultural
raised
theme.
under
That's what I
television.
mean. Brought up under the cloth, the yoke.
The soap opera.
It's-
It's believed
if you
that
drop
there's
it,
like
it
drama
drops.
in every aspect of life, you know?
Like,
because
Yeah, for
but
me,
I-
it's
I-
you can
It's hard
understand.
for me to think of an ultra millionaire making a gesture. It's just that it's not a matter of taste. No, I think that one as a millionaire inviting to a trip. One is
no, I don't see a
of
millionaire
course so as
from
not to ask for a tie.
inviting
you
a
know
trip,
what I mean?
like-
but that,
but
big money doesn't mean good taste. No, it doesn't.
exactly, that's what I mean. Have you had girlfriends other than Venezuelan or Mexican?
No.
No, never. Neither have you, Ale.
Invite me over for a wine.
No,
I've done you with a couple of Colombians, and I had to change the lock. That's for sure.
I'm going back to my school today.